Okay, so you should have your pattern pieces printed out, actual size, double check that length. 10 and 3/8 should be that length. Actually, on the video here it says 11. That was a different design. I had adjusted this pattern piece a little bit, but it should be 10 and 3/8. So what you're going to do is butt those edges together and leave that gap. You can see how they line up just right, even with the gap in there. And this one doesn't require any taping. These other two. Cut them out. And use your piece of cotton fabric. This is quilting fabric, 10 inches by 44. You could probably get away with 9 inches or so, but in case you pre-wash, this way it allows for shrinkage. It's not that much difference in cost at the fabric store. See, I'm laying this on here, folding that edge over, and you want to have the least amount of waste, because at the other end, the right end, you'll be able to use the extra to make an extra face mask. So place this on the fold and cut one. And then this is piece B. Now you can scoot that over because it's going to be cut from that the piece of fabric that's underneath. And then one face mask. And there's room over here on the right to cut out another face mask piece if you'd like to make a second face mask. Also, you want to now cut out your contrasting fabric the same way. All right, so the wire that you're going to use over the nose bridge, I cut mine long. I like to go out over the cheeks. Some people make it shorter, 3.5, 4 inches. I do mine at 6 inches. The wire is an aluminum, I think it's 18 gauge. From what I've understood, you can also use craft wire. Some people buy those nose wire pieces ready-made on Amazon. But you want to make sure that the end isn't sharp. So I'll bend those over with the pliers. And crimp it so it doesn't get hooked on the fabric. Squeeze it closed nice and tight. And that's ready to be inserted later into the mask. For elastic, I cut about an 8-inch piece, and then you'll just have to decide what works for you. You might be able to kind of, as you're putting this together, hold it up to your face, wrap it around your ears, see what works for you. Or another thing you can do is go ahead and put it in at 8 inches, and if it's too long, you can make a little knot behind your ears. So here are the two 8-inch pieces. Now I use a 1/4 inch piece of elastic in the casing because I have a whole spool of it that I bought, but it's difficult to get elastic at this time, so I will offer the option of using a hair tie instead. For the ribbons at the back, I had originally said 18 inches, but it's a little long, so I'd say 15 inches is good to tie a bow, and you're going to cut the edge at an angle. And to keep it from fraying, you just take a flame along the edge very gently and carefully, because it'll catch on fire and it kind of melts it, and you can feel that bead on the edge once it's melted to the right point. So those two are ready to go. All right, the last thing I want to show you is using a ponytail tie or a hairband as an alternative to the elastic, particularly if you can't find elastic. So you just buy it, snip it open, tie knots at the end, and there's a video later that'll show you how to do this. We'll see you in the next video.